you're a new player and you just logged in. Onet is talking to you, and all of a sudden you have this really cool thing that says honey day event. You're excited. You have extra honey, or you have ×2 honey, but you have no clue what that means. Well, let me tell you how to utilize that as best I can in layman's term. Welcome to the video. So welcome back to the channel, guys, and we are going to be talking about boosting or preparing for the honey day event, or the ×2 pollen event. If you're a new player or a mid-level player, maybe some of these tips and tricks can help you. First thing first, what is honey day? Well, basically it's a code. In this particular instance, it's actually the event. Onet decided to give everybody a ×2 honey and conversion rate for the holidays. Now it's about 2 days. Unfortunately, I haven't been on because of the holidays, so I'm down to my last 7 hours or so, but I usually try to save different things, so if I am ready to boost, or if something like this happens, I do have a bunch of stuff put away so that I can boost. I think I missed the other code, but I'm not exactly sure on that. I think I did, but it's okay. I still be able to boost for this one. Also, boosting is great for the Gummy Bees Goo Year's Beacon. As you can see, this is all the goo that we have to get from these specific areas, and so that is great to utilize so that you can boost your goo. It will also boost how much honey and stuff like that you get back, and it will boost your pollen. So you're going to use all of these different things together. So what do you need to boost? Well, that really just all depends on where you are in your level of the game. If you're a new player, you most likely can't use all of these different things. So what you do is simply use what you can use, and it will increase your yield, or how much you get back. Let's get into it. So for first things first, you're going to want something to donate, and that is going to be an egg. Okay, so you're always going to need an egg for donation, depending on what level you are. It could be a basic egg, or it could be a silver egg. It just all depends. I know people used to rave about not using these eggs, but I think this is before they got them in the shop. This is for crafting of the diamond mask, but you can literally buy them for 400 tickets. Generally, if you're about mid to end game, you get tickets pretty quickly, and so you can go buy another one in the shop. So getting them is no big deal nowadays. You have that at your disposal. But if you're a lower range player, you can use the basic, or you can use the silver. I feel like even as a low player, we generally get gold eggs pretty quickly. Diamond eggs may be a little harder to come by. Either of these will do. You can't control what colors or fields are usually boosted, but if you're at this point, you're probably still mixed hive, so it should work pretty well, depending on, if you're still leaning. Me, even though I'm mixed hive, I'm still leaning towards white, so white wins are best for me. However, I can still pretty much boost in any field. I decided not to switch until I got to the end game, so I'm keeping my hive mainly mixed because it allows me to utilize any field I wish to jump into. Obviously, when you change colors, you definitely want to move into that field of color, but it works okay for right now. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things you're going to need. So we already talked about eggs. The next thing you're going to have to do is cloud vials. Cloud vials you get from Windy Bee. These are these things right here. You literally find Wendy B in a field. She's usually surrounded by a cloud of some sort, and you can just hit her and activate it and get as many if you can. Whatever you can't do, simply skip. That just simply means that your level is lower and you won't be able to utilize that at this time, and that's fine. As you get bigger, you're gonna eventually use all these things. I had no clue what any of these things were when I first started, and my boosts were small, but of course I didn't have the capacity to hold it all anyway. And yeah, I couldn't, excuse me, this is how much you make, this is how much I can hold in, you know, just normally. This is my kind of my base, but I couldn't hold it all anyway, and so it would not have mattered. But at least you have an idea for whatever your current little goal is. It's okay, on what to do. Another thing besides cloud vials is to have these micro converters. You do this so that you can just hit the button, and instead of going back to the field, they're sitting right here. You can get these through events, and you can get these if you can slay the crab. If you can't slay the crab, that's okay. Just save them when you have them, and don't just waste them willy-nilly. It'll help you when you're trying to do a boost. Another thing to have is an excess of goo if you have it. And for some hives, you can use these for extra damage and different things like that. These are the stingers. I don't use them, but some people do. I'm going to be using a super smoothie as well, and a marshmallow bee to increase my cap when I start. I've also saved a festive beam for my boost as well. I saved this from the last one, so I will be utilizing all of those together to make my boost happen. Another thing, and the most important thing, is going to be nectar. You need max nectar. Now, if you're a newer player, you might not have all of the planters to be able to get this. It might take a long time, even for players that are a little bit more established. It still takes quite a bit of time to get, 10 vials or so. You need between 18 and 24 hours of nectar for a really good boost. Again, that particular tip is for like mid-game, end of early game type of thing, where you have all these different, these different planters. I acquired mine pretty fast. When I was playing more frequently, I got them pretty quickly, even before I got some of this other stuff. But these are what you need to acquire the nectar. Okay, and when you're getting the nectar, you're just saving it. You'll come over here to the condenser, and you'll just put it in here, and it'll shrink it back down. So I don't have enough. You need 12 hours of nectar. I hate that part, the fact that you have to give up so much, and that's why it takes so much time to put them in these vials, because you're literally, if you had 24 hours, now it's condensed all the way down into 4 hours, so you're losing a lot of nectar by using those. But yeah, you're using a lot of nectar by using the condensers. But what are you going to do? I mean, you're not going to sit on the game all day. No one has time for that. Okay, so moving on. We talked about donation. You're going to go up here to the wind shrine, and you'll make a donation depending on what kind of egg you want to use, and that's just as simple as that. I am going to try to get Puff Room Blessing because that is helpful. The stacks, all the stacks offer a buff. Where did it go? There it goes. Alright, so I'm going to do this. This was fortuitous and just happened to, and I'm blind, so I can never see where they go. Alright, I had to fast forward because there was a lot of chasing. Now mind you, they have to be the silver color, which is the rare, to be able to get the stack. Now it's not exactly high, but I think usually you want to kind of get it up to 100, but it is what it is. I don't have a I'm not a boost champion, okay? Don't expect too much from me. But usually you want to get it maxed out. It lasts for about 3 hours, and you can just you can get one of those. Let me see if Mondo's all. That was so useless. All right, so let me check and see if Mondo's almost ready, because I want to be up there. I think I set a timer, but let me check because I'd be forgetting. Mondo is the next bump that I want to. Okay, so I got 6 minutes for Mondo. During the boost, you want to hit these right here. They last for 10 minutes. You want to hit all 3 of them. That one, the one that's in the blue center, which is right here, and the other one that is in the red center. You want to hit them all. If you are able to get Mythic Meteor Shower to get in that other area, you want to utilize that as well. It helps with conversion rates and different buffs and stuff like that. You want to get all your stacks maxed out for maximum boost, but only do what you can do according to your level. This is Mythic Meteor Shower if you don't know. And you also, this is the newer of the boost, which is the sticker stack, and it only lasts for about 30 minutes. You want to do all of this at the same time. Yes, it's a lot. It's that prepping for this is quite tedious, but you're only going to do this if you're mid-game or in-game. This is not for, your super low players. You're just going to do whatever you can do for a super low player to get a really good boost, to help you get those extra tools that you need, that backpack, your backpack, to get up to that next level. This will give you that extra honey. It's hard to utilize all of this when you're low players because you need all these different components. Just pick and choose what you can do, and that's what your boost will look like until you get the next level, and it's totally okay. So now that we got all that, and we talked about donation, not being able to choose wins, cloud vials, festive beans if you have it. You can only use, that reminds me, you can only use one festive bean. I think it has a 3-hour timer. You can't use it after that. I would save a super smoothie. Some people will tell you not to use it. That is really up to you. If you're trying to craft something, then don't. But I come across the ingredients for these very quickly, so I'm going to use exactly 1 for my boost, maybe 2. My boost only lasts probably about 30 minutes. So you're going to do all of this and combine all of this, and it's only going to last you 15 to 20 minutes. That's just how it works. That's the timer and how that goes down. So yes, boost what you can boost, use what you can use, and you'll do great. So like I said, you'll do absolutely great. Another thing you're going to want to utilize is loaded dice if you have them. Generally, you'll find them and you get them in crates and different things like that. But you want a loaded dice. That way that when you do your donation, you can boost the field that correlates with your field wins. And what it is with the loaded dice is that it has a higher chance of boosting the field that you're currently standing in. You want to try to have 300 to 400% boost, and I will show you a picture when I start my boost so that you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm not going to show you my whole boost, but you'll be able to kind of get it adrift, because nobody wants to sit there for 30 minutes. So yes, you want to use a loaded dice. Go ahead and throw that in there. Definitely, I think I already showed the marshmallow bee, all of that, all of these different things. are helpful. That was my alarm letting me know that Mondo chick was about to come. I'm about to do my Mondo blessing. So alright, so I'm just waiting for Mondo to spawn. Ooh, thank you. I want to kill it as fast as possible because that's how you get the highest blessing. You can always do this kind of like in a main field, like in a public server. It's harder, but if you have a friend that happens to have an open free server to use, I would utilize that. I'm still not fast at killing Mondo, so, but normally you would have like a group of friends. Oop, I'm almost dead. To stand there and kill Mondo as fast as you can get it to get like +4 or +3, something like that. But I'm gonna have to do what I can do. And I died. Alright, so Mondo is destroyed. I got ×3, which isn't too bad, but you can get it higher than that. I got all the stuff that comes with it. Oh, I even got a field dice. Yay. You can, and of course you can do better than I did. Now during Beesmas, there are extra bees that you can utilize, so I will tap all of those at the same time. So I will show you what all of that looks like at the end. Now another thing you want to try to do is have a big balloon blessing. I don't have that now. It's New Year's, so it's not going to be like the greatest boost I've ever done in my life, but it'll be okay. Only got 4 hours on the clock. You generally want to have full clock too, but it is what it is. We're going to do what we can do. All these give like extra boosts, so I'm gonna run around now and I'm gonna try to hit everything at the same time to get everything I need. Like I said before, I rudely got interrupted. I'm gonna go back here and get this right here. So that gives us all these goodies right here, and it also gives us Guiding Star. Guiding Star is on the Dandelion field. I won't be using that, but it's great for the future. Guiding Star, if you don't know, is like a super field boost, and it gives you a lot of capacity, and it also gives you like 2.5 your pollen, all that convert, all that great stuff. It's really good if you're, especially if you're a low player. This is how you can get pollen really fast. Oh, another thing we want to discuss is your water. If you don't have the Supreme, you at least want to have the tri-sprinkler, the one with 3 in it. So this will be a lot more helpful. It's the golden gushers. And the diamonds, if you have these, and these are great, this is obviously what you want to get, but it takes a lot of Grandmaster badges for this one. Oops, excuse me, not that one, for this one, and like 55B honey. So you want to try to have at least these two. You can do whatever you can do with the lower ones, just so you like kind of utilize this, you know, your honey day. Just like I said, use what you can use. Now I'm going to put all the things together to create my boost. Alright guys, so this is pretty much the end result of the giant boost. I had to do one more of the super smoothie, so I'm probably going to go do something else before I put all of my nectar back in the jar. But as you can see, it only lasts for a short amount of time, and then you can convert some of it all back. Boosts are generally about 30 minutes to an hour if you've prepared for it, and then it's gone. It's real fast, in and out. So let me know if you have any more questions. Also, if you have already gotten the Gummy Bee and you have one item from Gummy Bee, you can get the free gummy or free glue for 3 minutes, and then it'll run out, so you don't have to use all your reserve at first. So obviously I gotta go gummy hunting, but it is what it is. So let me know if you have any more questions that I can answer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy New Year.